and let us all do we can to build a better future. It's that mugshot. That mugshot. What mugshot am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Trump's mugshot. Look, I'm just going to say this here right now so everyone can understand it. These people who are going after Trump in Georgia, vote blue no matter who, blue MAGA, Democrats, corporate media. You better hope that these prosecutors and everyone else involved in trying to bring Trump down are squeaky clean. You better pray to God, Buddha, the God Emperor of mankind, that these people don't have skeletons in their closets, that they don't have scandals flying around them. Because if Donald Trump walks out of this, he is going to be a very powerful individual with loads of political ammunition at his disposal. No, this is not an endorsement of Trump, but the whole purpose of this show is to cover news, give commentary, give my perspective on what's going to be happening in this election cycle. And Trump has 81 million plus supporters. He is leading in the polls. He is number one. He is going to be an unstoppable force. Corporate media, all what they can do is talk about Trump. The Democratic Party, all what they can do is talk about Trump. His rivals, all what they can do is talk about Trump. I mean, the man knows how to sell himself, and that image, he's going to be using it. Trump is a master salesman. Say what you want about him, but he knows show business like nobody else. And what, you think, oh, Trump's in court now? This isn't his first rodeo. This is a waste of time. Just like the whole impeachment of Trump. It was a waste of time. This isn't an endorsement of Trump, but God almighty, Democrats, every time you try and think you got him, he's like the Roadrunner, and he's going beep, beep, and then you turn out to be like Wile E. Coyote. Keep on chasing after him. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to hunt. But of course, you got big brain people like Jen Psaki who want to say, Trump mugshot will backfire in 2024. Let's have democracy in the chat. Do you think that mugshot's going to backfire on Trump? Type 1 early. Yep, that's it. It's over. It's over for Trump. He doesn't have a chance. It's going to hurt him politically. Type 2, no. No, it's already being used not only by his supporters, but the memes and everything else. That image is just going to help boost up Trump's name and his numbers. It has no devastating impact whatsoever. I mean, what at this point, if you can't see, I don't know. Again, former White House press secretary and BSDNC host. What? Gee, that's interesting. Again, brought this up. Former White House press secretary and now a BSDNC host, Jen Psaki, on Saturday said former President Donald Trump's recent released mugshot will not play well for him in the general election. In the commentary she wrote for her weekly, oh my goodness, I got to be first in line to read something from Jen Psaki, BSDNC daily newsletter titled Trump's mugshot will backfire in 2024. Psaki said independent and moderate voters will not be more likely to vote for the former president because he was booked in Fulton County Jail. She noted that while Trump and his allies are leaning into the mugshot, it may only be received well by his base. Look, I'm not going to vote for Trump. I'm not going to vote. But actually, I find it quite hilarious, and it's a master move. Just speaking for myself, I think it's great. Now Trump has resonated with many people who've been arrested before now, too. Google gobble. He's one of us. Google gobble. One of us. One of us. One of us. This photo will be shared on every text thread in America. Sometimes images are more persuasive than anything, Psaki said. So, just like how Biden looks senile and how that's all shared. And it is hard to imagine that this image of Trump scowling into the police camera will make him more appealing to anyone who is not already a hardcore supporter. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how people have received Trump. Well, I can't play the music on this one because there's copyright music. But again, you're going to be seeing this all over the streets. I've actually seen it here in Chicago too. There's Trump. He's up there. Up there. Let's pull up another video.
So y'all mean to tell me right now that in 2020, Joe Biden, the old white guy in the White House right now wearing Depends that are actually shitting his Depends when he sees these poll numbers surge every time Trump gets indicted, got more votes, 81 million, than Barack Obama. The same Barack Obama that is the Democratic Party's messiah, the first black president, that Barack Obama, the skinny kid with the weird last name Obama, the charismatic, charming, well-spoken Obama. So you mean to tell me that the Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama? All right. Let's say I'll accept that. You mean to tell me after seeing this economy, after Joe Biden got into office, there are still idiots out there they're going to elect or attempt to elect Joe Biden again?
There are idiots out there. There are many vote blue, no matter who, triggered individuals who lack critical thinking. So the answer is yes. Do I think they'll be in the droves that they were? Probably the only reason why those numbers could have been as high is because many people got bullied or were just pushed into voting for Biden because I guess guilt, because Trump, I don't know, Trump is the evil bad guy, which he's not. He's not. But yeah, there's plenty of brain dead people. But I want to hold out for hope that anyone that was bullied into voting for Biden won't let it happen to themselves again. I hope that's the case.
Yeah. Let me say that again. There are idiots out there that are going to go to the polls and knowingly vote for Joe Biden again. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And people say, well, the older people say, common sense isn't so common, I guess.
True. But hey, you know what? It's one thing to hear words like that. But I'm all for poetry. I love the arts after all.
Some say he's racist and tweets like a kid while overlooking all the good shit that he did. I ain't ashamed of my president a little bit. I'd rather have an alpha male than a little bitch.
That was actually a work of art. I actually had to laugh for a little bit when I first heard that. And you know what? Hey, let's listen to that again, just one more time.
Some say he's racist and tweets like a kid while overlooking all the good shit that he did. I ain't ashamed of my president a little bit. I'd rather have an alpha male than a little bitch.
Oh, why not? Why not? One more time. One more time.
Some say he's racist and tweets like a kid while overlooking all the good shit that he did. I ain't ashamed of my president a little bit. I'd rather have an alpha male than a little bitch.
I love poetry. She was wonderful. She was absolutely wonderful. And again, looking at this too, again, look, I pulled this up in a previous video. The energy is shifting. Look, support among black voters. 2020, Biden 91%, Trump 8%. In 2023, it's 20%, Biden 61%. What happened at 10%? It's going to third parties. Why I think Bernie's being such a cuck, running and screaming to corporate media saying, Dr. Cordell West, don't run. Of course, with all of this happening, Donald Trump being who he is, you know he's going to take advantage of this. You know that he's ready to bring the fire against Joe Biden because there's a very good chance that Trump can walk away from this thing in Georgia. Let's play it.
Before I took office, there were a lot of folks out there making some pretty bold predictions about how things would turn out. You might remember some of the predictions.
They're coming for your guns, they're coming for your jobs, and they're coming for your freedom. They hate American energy, and Joe Biden will shut it all down. He's going to.
That if I became president,
Biden's elected, he will wipe out your energy industry.
Another prediction that is my favorite one, I must add, is that if I got elected,
Gas prices going $5, $6, $7 for a gallon. Flood your communities with criminal aliens, drugs, and crime while they live behind beautiful gated compounds. Spent trillions of dollars rebuilding foreign nations, fighting foreign wars, and defending foreign borders.
So for all those predictions of doom and gloom, here's where we stand.
You want to use the word recession or depression? But if Biden wins, your borders are gone, the middle class is gone, your safety is gone.
If your primary concern right now is inflation,
We could stop it in 30 minutes.
when I took office,
He finally went outside. He went to get an ice cream.
And you know, Biden, he can't stand up to the lunatics running his party. He can't even find his way off the stage without him.
look, the bottom line is this.
I say you're not doing a very good job. Because he can't take any questions now from the press.
Before
Now, look, the reason why I played that video, it's not, again, I don't have to agree with everything that Trump said, but looking at it as someone who's covered plenty of elections, given commentary, who's spoken to many different individuals who are running for office, Politics 101 is convincing voters and reaffirming to your base that you are a stronger candidate. And what has happened under Biden? Inflation. Americans struggling paycheck to paycheck. Americans working 2-3 jobs just to make ends meet. Still not enough. Americans being evicted from their homes and apartments. Small businesses being shut down. A rise in tent cities. Economic instability. Crumbling infrastructure. The kids are still in cages, by the way, AOC. Unchecked political corruption. Politicians doing insider trading. Money going to foreign wars. Billions of dollars going to foreign wars. Americans last, after all. Look what happened to the people of East Palestine in Ohio. They have yet to be visited by Biden. They've been exposed to dangerous chemicals. Look at the people in Maui. $700. And their entire lives, the community, burnt to a cinder. Again, unchecked money in politics. Everything that Trump said in that video, while it's there to boost up his image, it's not wrong. And for those who are sitting on the fence, maybe thinking about voting for Trump, don't be surprised if Trump actually wins a Republican nomination. Don't be surprised if he makes it to the general election. And hey, again, vote blue no matter who. You better hope that these prosecutors are squeaky clean. You better hope that Trump doesn't walk away, because if he does, he'll become too powerful. Again, I want to pull up this article here from RT just to trigger the vote blue no matter who people. Donald Trump's recent mugshot, which has already become iconic among his supporters, has also helped his campaign raise a record-breaking sum, according to Politico. The Republican frontrunner faces a plethora of charges and turned himself in Fulton County Jail in Atlanta, Georgia, on Thursday. On Saturday, the outlet reported that the former president had raised something of around $7.1 million since he had the photo taken by authorities. That comes as no surprise. Political quoted an anonymous source as saying that Trump's campaign ranked in $4.18 million on Friday alone, its single highest 24-hour take to date. Shortly after the Fulton County Sheriff's Office released a mugshot, the former president's son, Donald Trump Jr., announced that he had launched a line of merchandise bearing the image and tagline, "Never Surrender." And in a post on, I'm going to call it Phoenix, not Twitter, Phoenix, he said that all proceeds from the sale of T-shirts, mugs, and posters would go to the Legal Defense Fund to fight the tyranny and insanity we're seeing before us. Again, on Thursday night, the Republican frontrunner posted a tweet of his own on Phoenix, his first since 2021, directing supporters to his website. Its landing page features the mugshot and asks visitors to make a contribution to evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House and save America during this dark chapter in our nation's history. To which I have to say again, vote blue no matter who. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And I'll give this wonderful poet the final word.
Some say he's racist and tweets like a kid while overlooking all the good shit that he did. I ain't ashamed of my president a little bit. I'd rather have an alpha male than a little bitch.
So, 2024 is going to be an interesting election year. Stay tuned to Hard Lens Media.